What I do know is that this is probably my favorite BTS song to date. Wait, does that whoa, fuck. Wait, do all of them have a little bit of black on their white suits? That is so fucking cool. And oh, this made now How I Die My First Death. Like the music that when it's playing, it no longer resonates. So it's almost as if like before the actual death happens, a worse death is essentially losing that passion. You are emotionless to the thing that brought you life. Therefore, my first death is the death of my passion. For them could be worse than death itself, because in actual death, life stops. Whereas with this death, you continue, you carry on living, being incredibly depressed perhaps, therefore they're dressed in black, whereas in the beginning we have like these white suits that are stained with black. The depression and the death essentially is taking over. And also this scene right here, like he is on the ground talking about how it no longer resonates, that feeling, while the shadow of him is dancing. Like what used to bring me life is the cause of my death, kind of. Is it? Not sure, but it sounded cool. And he's literally imitating a swan in a way. His life no longer has any sweetness in it because he is sugar. That was a terrible fucking pun. Oh my god, even for me, what the f... I love that the shadows are always expressive. Oh my god, that is such a beautiful visual. This visual right here, the lens is essentially him, and he's kind of looking down at his own dead body, so to speak. The first death. He who is still alive is looking down at what used to be his passion. The cool thing about this chorus is they're talking about how ocean with all lights silenced, my wandering feet held in a rut, every noise and sound's been cut out, killing me now. The ocean represents their life and their success, but because all of the lights are silenced, it's almost like they become depressed in this world that they themselves have created. And much like RM says, if this can no longer resonate, no longer make my heart vibrate, then like this may be how I die my first death. So in the road to perfection, in the road to doing everything that I thought would make me happy, I became a victim of my own success, essentially, because I'm burnt out. Much like kind of the movie The Road to Perfection and trying to achieve that success at all costs, essentially, it could drive you insane. I think it's my favorite BTS song. It's interesting that when they are in white suits, the background is black. Like they're in the spotlight, but when they're in black suits, it's almost like everything looks perfect. So it's almost as if what they created, even though they're dressed in black, the background is beautiful. What you see, their life is essentially perfect, where in reality, they're incredibly depressed despite all of the luxury surrounding them. What brought you to the dance is what is taking your life away from you. Did not mean to make that pun, but yeah. It's interesting. He says, like, what's my thing? Do your thing. Like, they're asking themselves, what exactly am I doing? Tell me, what am I doing? Because I don't know who I am anymore.
괜찮아. 괜찮아. 자넨 괜찮아.
It's after I fell down this depression that is caused by my success, whether it's losing focus, much like the lyrics suggest, being criticized, being torn apart by haters, and metaphorically being analyzed on a molecular level, to kind of throw it back to DNA. As I fell down and I lost focus, and we see that shot with J-Hope, half of it is lit up, the other half is dark. I lost focus, therefore I fell into depression and experienced that first death. But then when I found myself in the studio, I realized that is all that I needed, and I can filter out all of the noise that is hate, negativity, criticism, things that are out of my control. When I was able to find myself in that studio, that is where I regained that passion. Like, I'll never let myself get dragged again. I lost my passion because of all of this hate and negativity that is the byproduct of my success, and I lost focus of what brought me happiness. Like, the music is what brought me happiness, but yet I lost track of that by focusing on other things and what other people think, and therefore I will never let myself get dragged again. I fucking love this because the first pre-chorus is him crying out, crying for help as he dies, as Jimin falls down. In that first chorus, they talk about all of this negativity that is consuming them, and the thing that brought them happiness is the thing that is killing them. But then in the second verse, now they're talking about how nothing can devour me. I shout out with ferocity. This song is essentially a metamorphosis of their journey and maturing and being able to separate the music from what it brings with it, the hate and the drama and all of this other bullshit that they will no longer allow to drag them down anymore. This is beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. Holy shit. This is absolutely one of the coolest and most symbolic visuals I've seen from BTS yet, because Jin is literally looking into this mirror, all of these reflections. It is almost as if he is resisting all of these different voices in his head that are telling him all of these horrible things that drag him, that try to drag him into this depression. But J-Hope does say, I will no longer let myself get dragged. And now Jin is saying, I shout out with ferocity as he looks at us while the reflections continue to look back at him. This is absolutely fucking beautiful. This whole song is really a beautiful display of character development and really seeing things from a different perspective. The thing that killed them, music, is also the thing that saved them, because they're constantly in the studio working, and by realizing that it's not about the byproduct of your success, all of this noise and hate and negativity and whatnot, it's all about the music, and it's all about them being true to who they are and being together also with this incredible chemistry that they have. This is absolutely beautiful. I love the fact that they're barefoot as well, like they're free. Wait, does that whoa, fuck. So the Black Swan kind of represent their depression dying, the darkness going away in a way? Or am I getting this completely wrong? Because he seemed very happy to walk away from there after that shadow, which was acting as like this black swan, or the swan was fading away. I'm not really sure, but what I do know is that this is probably my favorite BTS song to date. That was absolutely beautiful, and thank you guys for recommending it. I absolutely loved it. That chorus was amazing. The visuals here were absolutely amazing. There were some paintings and some really cool visual art pieces that I'm sure are very symbolic. So you guys feel free to let me know the meaning of those in the comment section below, and anything else that I may have missed, which I'm guessing there's a lot, but I'm very happy with what I could gather from this music video. It was absolutely beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.